Hi everyone.
Hi.
Um,
Tuesday evening,
it is Tuesday evening,
6th of April.
2038.
Gin and tonic.
We were just looking at our Narrowboat layout. There's been it's sort of getting to that point where we're having to start to plan a little bit. So the drawing you can see here at the moment shows the layout of, well, not the layout, but the dimensions of the boat itself. So I've been talking to Aintree this morning, and basically for a 60-foot semi-trad, or cruiser for that matter, the internal cabin is the same sort of size. So for 60 foot, we end up with 45 foot of cabin space. So you can see that drawing there. We've been doing that this afternoon.
And we thought we was going to get 50.
And we thought we were going to get 50. No. There's the west wing scribbled off the drawing.
That's my wardrobe's gone.
That's your wardrobe's gone, yeah. So yeah, there's a 45 foot of cabin space. So why are we doing this? Well, we need to tell Aintree where to put the windows. Pretty critical, really. So we're sort of going through we've done some scribbles for a while, but we're sort of going to go through our design process. There's other ways, I guess, but our design process for how we've come to that decision and where our windows are going. Right, so this other image, I'm not quite sure where I've put it. It's there somewhere. But yeah, we started at the stern. I work on boats all the time, and one of my big bugbears is electrics and batteries and inverters stashed in places I can't get to. We're not having any of that. So we're starting at the stern. We're having a semi-trad. So we're going to put, as soon as you walk down the stairs, we're going to put two sort of full height cupboards there, for want of a better word.
One for the batteries, one for the electrics.
Yeah, well, no, one for the electrics, which will most likely include the batteries as well, bringing those inboard. I can't stand lying on top of engines trying to change batteries or whatever. So if we put removable steps in, I can put those batteries low down inside the cabin. Performance will be slightly better in the winter as well. Not massively, but slightly better in the winter. But everything will be in that cupboard, and it'll be on the. Will it be on the starboard side or the port side?
Don't know
yet. It's there on the drawing.
Yeah, but that's just we don't know which side it's going to go yet, though, do we?
Okay, so at the moment I put it on the starboard, the port side. Yeah, that could change. It doesn't have to be there. And to offset that, we're putting our calorifier on the other side, in the other cupboard opposite, which will be on the starboard side if you look at the drawing, or the top side of the drawing. That'll only be half. So the calorifier will take up half the cupboard. So above that will be some kind of really like an airing cupboard where you could dry wet coats. Well, yeah, no, not dry, but obviously keep warm. Or it could be coats, it could be towels, it could be whatever. So yeah, on the opposite side of the electrical cabinet will be the calorifier and whatever above it. In that electrical cabinet, just going back a little bit, everything will be in there hopefully. So the inverter, yeah, I'm going Victron this time. We'll put a Victron Multiplus in there. Our solar control will be in there as well as our battery monitor. What else is going to be in there? You should know.
Should I?
Yeah, like your galvanic isolator, your 240 distribution, your 12-volt distribution. All that's going to be in there. Not quite sure whether to go for just a normal BMV like we've got in the van here, or something a bit more sophisticated like a Venus GX, which is like a colour display that allows you to look at everything.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how far to take that, but it'll be a multi-plus in there, a Victron multi-plus, probably a 3000 VA, 12 with I think that's a 70 amp charge capacity as well. So also in that drawing there, you can see there's another cupboard space. These we're sort of measuring these on 2 foot square, which is like a normal kind of almost 600 by 600, almost, not quite. But for our intents and purposes, we can use that. And we're going to actually house the washing machine in the bottom level of that full height cupboard. Check it out the kitchen, because there's not a lot of space in the kitchen on Narrowboat. Let's move it out of the way.
And we ain't going to listen to it if it's on.
No.
Which is a bonus.
I do like watching. No.
Joke.
And again, above that cupboard, we'll have a half height cupboard where we can also hang things like coats and stuff like that. So that's our rationale on just where we start at the rear bulkhead. Oh, look, colour. So yeah, our bed. God, we've that's been everywhere. The only place it hasn't been is on the ceiling.
We did want it the other way.
When I was a vampire, you should anyway.
But we couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, again,
it might yet.
it might yet, but I think we're going to put it across the boat. So they tend to be a bed will take up the full width of a narrowboat. So when you're cruising, you need to be able to like run up and out of the boat like an idiot because the lines we've been blown off course or whatever. So what a lot of people do is they put some kind of fold down at the bottom. So you have like a 3/4 mattress maybe and a quarter mattress. See how I did there? Adds up to one. And that would fold down, or sometimes they take that mattress. They might take that mattress off and put it on the bed. At the end of the day, you only really need to do that really when you're cruising anyway.
So it should be made up most of the time.
So it'd be made up most of the time. We did turn the bed the other way, but then you've got to think about like gas struts to open the beds up in the middle, like 2 single mattresses and things.
That was our thought.
That was our thought, yeah. Or you could even put them sliders on linear runners. But I think at the moment that's the way we're going to go. None of this is really in stone yet, but we do need to have an idea, something we can look at and go, hang on, let's just tweak that a little bit. So yeah, there's the bed in red. We don't normally have. Oh, we did have red once. We did have red. Just for illustration purposes, it could be any colour. And then we've got 2 full height wardrobes. Yeah, I heard you. We've got 2 full height wardrobes. The bottom half would be supposed to be a sensible. The bottom half will be like drawers, a bit like we had in Liberty Rose. Bottom half drawers, top half hanging space. Sort of as a corridor into the bedroom. But the reason we've done that is we've got 2 foot all around the bed on the one side, on the left hand side as you look in, and there's plenty of room sort of on the other side. So even though there's cupboards and stuff, and there might be a little bedside table and stuff like that, but that's to us that seems to maximise our space. We've seen that done a lot. We can't sleep in a 4 foot wide bed.
You can if you want to be close to me.
No, I mean, in the summer, you imagine the summer when it's bloody red hot, you need some space and stuff. So you're tiny, I'm massive, so I need lots of space.
I'm not tiny.
I tried to be nice. Anyway, so that's our bedroom design. Moving on.
Bathroom.
The bathroom. The bathroom. Yeah. We've sort of squeezed this a little bit. It was going to be 8 foot. It was going to be 8 foot, but now it's 7.
But we think we can manage 7.
I think we can do it. So something like a 3 by 2 foot shower cubicle.
Quadrant.
Or quadrant, yeah. The quadrants don't fit very. The big thing you have with the narrowboat when you're fitting it is the slopey sides. You can't push anything up to a wall, so you end up putting things like shelving and that sort of thing in.
That's all right. We want that. shelving.
Yeah, I
in the
know.
cupboard underneath.
Well, all I'm saying is it pushes things out quadrants because they're so deep. The shelves are so deep. They're almost like so you're up to here trying to find something. So we haven't decided. All this is really for is it might change. Things might change around the place. We're looking at our porthole places and our window places. That's the really important thing. You want a porthole right in the middle of your bedroom space or over your, you try and take some kind of not design, but some note of a centre line. A centre line of a bed is great. 2 portholes right above that one on either side. Not necessarily in the bedroom space, but what's in it, so it's sort of pleasing to the eye a little bit. But anyway, bathroom. Share a cubicle because we've got like a 3/4 wall as we lead into the kitchen. That's done on purpose. So there's a fly thing in here again. That's done on purpose. So you've got that maximum wall space for a shower. Toilet. Actually, we put the toilet there in the wrong place. The toilet needs to be on the other side, on the port side. One thing we don't want is to look down the boat at a toilet in the bathroom. So that's actually in the wrong place. I need to move that. Doesn't matter for what we're trying to do.
It, didn't you?
Yes, because I flipped it around. We were playing around earlier. We were. So yeah, I need to move that. The toilet should really be the same side as the shower. So when that door's open, you're not just looking straight at a toilet. Not that this thing's much better, but maybe a little bit better. Maybe.
You ain't going to watch somebody on the toilet, have you then?
Well, that's what the door's for.
I never shut the door, do I?
Well, not in here. There ain't a door to shut in the van, is there? So, no secrets in here. None at all.
I don't shut the door on the other boat.
No, but we didn't look at the toilets on the other boat, did we? Because it was a walk-through toilet all the way through on the same side, on the starboard side. When you did look down the boat, if the doors were open, your eye just went straight down the boat, and it was unimpeded by things like cars. So, a narrowboat, you just haven't got that. If anybody sees me drinking stuff like this,
it's mine.
Tastes better when it's free.
It's pinching my.
I've got the pinky out. Look,
peach and raspberry juice.
This pinky, obviously. Right, so yeah, there's the bathroom. There's the bathroom. Right, the boat's filling up. Ooh.
Kitchen.
So the kitchen, yeah.
It is what it is, really.
It is what it is. We've squeezed the kitchen. We've realised, we thought, if we have a 60-foot narrowboat, 50 foot of that must be cabin. Nah, it's 45 foot. So
we've had to squeeze everything.
We've had to squeeze everything a little bit, which is normal for a narrowboat anyway. So we're looking at 8-foot kitchen. Good thing about 8-foot kitchens, sort of, we're talking feet, but obviously millimetres is slightly, well, it's obviously different. But 600 by 600 carcasses, is that the right word? They're pretty much 2 foot. They're a little bit more, but pretty much 2 foot.
600 is 2 foot.
It's close, but it ain't exactly 2 foot.
60 centimetres is 2 foot.
It's not actually.
I'm going to prove me wrong now, isn't it?
Well, if you don't want me to, I won't. But it is slightly different. It is slightly different. But what did I do with that drawing? There it is. So yeah, moving into the kitchen. What we sort of, because we've been messing around with these dabbling pictures and blocks and boxes and stuff. One of the most efficient uses of space really is to make at least one full width length run. One run. Because you can, if you want to, go up to the ceiling. Carry on eating your nuts. You can go right up to the ceiling then.
I've got some for everything.
I'm sure you have, yeah. But anyway, you maximise your space, you maximise your under-counter space. As we've mentioned, the washing machine's going to be at the back of the boat, the stern of the boat, tucked away in a built-in closet. And you can see also on the drawing there, there'll be an island. Is it an island? No, there'll be a smaller area that'll just pretty much house
it is going to look like
it's like sort of an island,
but at the side.
see, an island has to be in the middle of something surrounded by space. It doesn't matter. But yeah, opposite the sink will be the stove, the hob, and the oven beneath. And whether we go like diagonal corners like those, or we've seen some really nice curved ones, which obviously is more money.
I want curved.
She wants curved. But we'll see about that. But anyway, we've got 8-foot space of kitchen. Again, moving up the boat towards the pointy end. We're putting an L-shaped dinette in there. We've looked at a few different things, and we can't quite fit it in without blocking the boat up, if that makes sense.
Well, it's L-shaped at the moment. You was on about having them.
I do like the Pullman diners, but they do.
Well, I think the L-shape makes, because it's narrow, sort of opens
it does
up a little bit more.
It does open it up a little bit more.
I was thinking
but we might change that. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about a diner with guest bed accommodation, it tends to be 6 foot by 4 foot, thereabouts. You don't want to make them too comfortable. I didn't mean that for anybody that stayed with us in the past. They're normally too drunk to even care. But yeah, that's
They're quite happy on the floor. Some
of them quite happy on the floor. Yeah. But yeah, it could be an L shape. It could be like a Pullman dinette where you've got a table in the middle, 2 like pews, not sofa, but yeah, anyway, you know what I mean. We're not quite sure yet. Oh, more colours and more stuff in place. You can see now that there's that black square that you can see on the port side in front of the dinette, whichever it's going to be. That's going to be a diesel stove. We have moved away from log burners now.
Yeah, I think 100% go for.
We've got a log burner in the van, but we do live in the van, but we ain't going to live in the van forever. Most of the time we're going to spend in the van is going to be summer months or winters away, where you want that blast of heat. But I don't like the
dusty.
They are dusty.
They're just dust collectors.
They are dusty, but I mean it's great tonight. It's been freezing cold, been snowing here. I think it has most places, and to light that stove, boof, there you go.
We've come to the conclusion that diesel is cleaner. We've got the back boiler to heat the water.
Put a back boiler on it, so that'll heat the hot water and the radiators as well. So instead of, I know you could put a back boiler on a log burner as well. Of course you can, but I'm getting older. Of course, no hiding that. No hiding that. And in the winter time, I am always lugging about bags of coal, walking down the pontoons or walking up the towpath, bag of coal or 4 or 5 bags of coal in a wheelbarrow, and your kindling and your firelighters, and that price does add up, but it's more the inconvenience. And then you've got the ash to deal with, and the temperature's never stable. You know, you can. If you're rushing out in the morning because you've got work to do and stuff, you might not make that fire up before you leave, so your boat will go cold during the day. And then you've got to heat it all up again during, when you get home from work and empty the fire and all that sort of stuff, clean it all out. And the same time of a night time, it may be great when you're there and you can keep feeding it. But when you go to bed, again, that temperature just drops off. So by the morning, the boat's not as cold as it was, it's not as warm as it was when you went to bed. I love log burners. I just think there's another factor as well, environmentally. We're not green eco warriors or anything, but there is a push towards phasing out solid fuels, coal-based fuels.
As well,
and there's a lot of talk about that. And diesel as well, fossil fuels will be affected. But I think that's longer down the line.
We hope.
Well, there's going to be diesel cars and trucks on the roads for the next 20 years. There has to be. So diesel will still be available, maybe solid fuel. And especially now as well around some of the canals, like around here, around Gloucestershire, they're building up a lot of residential properties around like canal basins and marinas and things. So I can see the pressure being to stop those smog producing log burners coming ever stronger. So diesel burner it is. We're still stuck on bubble, even though I was talking to somebody today who was talking about the Kubota ones, which
I don't know them.
no, they don't look the same as the bubble. They're more of like a cylinder, but jury's out on that. We just know we want a diesel, and also fed directly from the diesel tank at the stern. So you can pull up, you can fill up, you can put, I don't know, 150 litres of diesel in, head back to your mooring. We're talking about winter time, really.
And even I could do it.
Yeah, exactly. And as well on when we was on the towpath, I'm always lugging diesel up the canal as well. So I'm going to stop doing all that. We'll fill our diesel tank up to the brim, run it halfway down, fill it up to the brim again, and it's just easier. Looking for an easier way of life. We've digressed a little bit, but yeah, you can see with that log burner as well. We quite like those. I forgot what those chairs are called. They're like a leather. I think they're from Scandinavia. Everybody seems to have them, but I forgot what they're called. But a couple of chairs there as well, opposite our telly. We don't watch TV, not TV as such. We watch the
They're
TV.
like stressless chairs or something.
Are they?
I've got a name, but
They have got.
they are stressless.
I think there's a couple of manufacturers. Some of them are like $1,000 a piece,
Mm.
and then there's others a little bit less or whatever. But that kind of chair, you normally get like a footstool and that in there. Have your tea. That's the end of you. But we don't watch telly that much, normal telly. But we do like things like Netflix, and we watch a lot of YouTube and things like that, and Sky, strangely enough. So yeah, we've got the fire there. The fire, the log burner, the diesel stove is also down the boat, about 10 foot or so, which isn't a massive difference. But I always think a stove right at the bow, right at the front of the boat, the heat has a long way to travel to permeate through the boat. That's a big word for Tuesday, permeate. So yeah, we wanted the stove inboard a little bit. And again, we might tweak this a little bit. So that's where that's sort of our rough layout. Right, we have windows. Again, windows in the middle of the bathroom, in the middle of the bed, because that's where your eye is drawn to. If you put it in the middle of the room and the bed's offset a foot from the window, it's like, I haven't got OCD, but I like things sort of in line. She does say I've got OCD, but I haven't. It's the way I was trained as an apprentice. Things have to be in line and straight. Fly thing again. And straight and 90 degrees to each other. That's just the way I've been trained as I've been brought up. Yeah. So anyway, again, 2 windows in the kitchen opposite each other, by the sink and by the cooker, because Fran likes to look outside while she's doing the chores.
I do.
She does.
I actually do.
I think that's typical kitchen design anyway. Women love washing up. It's a fact. Women love washing up.
No, they don't.
So they do.
No, they so don't.
They love washing up.
No, they do.
So, and they just like to gulp out the window aimlessly while they're enjoying themselves. I never
don't
knew.
have a lot of choice.
I never knew. I've just washed up
Once
today.
Once all week.
It's only Tuesday.
Once all week since the weekend.
It's still only Tuesday. But yeah, again, lining those up. Also, over the dinette, pew, Bolly McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble Gub. Over the dinette, in our last boat, we put the side hatch doors over the table, which seemed like
lovely.
Seemed great because it is. You can open
nice.
It just makes it a little bit awkward to reach. And as she's getting older and she's vertically challenged as well, it's much easier if we actually put that side hatch, the opening doors, where you can actually just stand there and just open them, and it's
and
still
go out again.
And you can go out again, yeah. But again, you know, you sat in the diner, you know, you've got that view, you've got that fresh air coming in, and it's opposite a window. And again, we've got 2 windows then in the saloon area, by where the telly would be.
And there you have it.
And there you have it. This was our 3rd attempt. All the numbers. We got more space inside than the cabin actually was. That doesn't seem right. So we've had to go back a couple of times, and it's only the way we've numbered stuff that threw us out a little bit. But now we know the position of the windows and the bulkheads that we'll have to put in. So Aintree don't need to know that. They do need to know where to put the windows. So we've measured all from the back bulkhead moving forward, so we know exactly where those windows need to be, and we can get that over to Aintree. She's got changed. Sun's come out. I've got hat on, some coat. Yeah, we've had some hiccups with the editing on that video. Don't know why, can't figure it out. The videos are fine in the cells, but when you drop them into the software,
his lips are out of sync.
My lips are out of sync. Yeah, getting ahead of myself or behind myself and not close. Anyway, there was a bit more to that video, but we're actually going to save that for another time. That newsflash thing that was going to be there was our colour scheme, which we've nailed down,
chosen,
and also a name. So we're going to hold on to that for a little bit, and then we'll share that in a different vlog. So that was. I hope you find that informative. Of course, there's lots of different ways of doing it. There was one thing that somebody said to me today, and I had thought about mentioning it in the past, but never quite crossed my mind. Too much stuff. And it was that when we talked about our initial costings and why we get buying a narrowboat and having a boat built, sail away, because they're so expensive and all that sort of stuff. I'm quite handy.
I thought your name was Martin.
Yeah. Handy Martin, I think, is the name. I'm quite handy. Obviously, I'm a boat electrician. I'm a Webasto engineer. I'm doing boat safety, yes. But I've always been a multi-skilled engineer right from when I was from school, when I left for British Steel. I've been in industry all my life. So I'm not perfect at everything, but I can turn my hand to most things. So that's something to bear in mind. And maybe if you're not that handy person that can turn his hands to all these sort of things, then you'll easily be paying 30, 40, 50 pounds an hour for some of these services. So maybe this route isn't for everyone. I sort of never said it was. This route is for us, because she'll make the coffee and I'll be doing the work.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. So yeah, it was something that somebody mentioned, and I had thought about it myself, and I probably should have put that in the original vlog. For us, it's a no-brainer. If you're maybe an accountant who wants to have a go, then fine, have a go. But there's a lot to build in a narrowboat, and I'm okay with that, but maybe not everyone is. So just wanted to mention that. That's it then. So our next news is in the next one. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Those drawings have scattered off to Aintree for them. We also sent their colours as well. So hopefully that'll all sort of pan out over whatever. Mm-hmm. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Thumbs up, subscribe. Size matters.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.